Shalom, call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Hakudash. Double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Much peace and blessings to all you sons of Akim out there that's pushing this 100% truth with all sincerity, faith, and with charity. This is your brother Ash from the Great Millstone Miami Camp coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Hakudash. Hello, in this lesson is edifying. I want to go into this article right here that you see. Okay. This is on Blacklisted News, but the source Reclaim the Net posted a couple days ago, January 6th, right? Titled DHS, which stands for Department of Homeland Security, has been funding programs at universities to label anti-feminist a terror threat. Okay, so the Department of Homeland Security, which is a government agency, one of these alphabet agencies, right? Esau, and they which we know through the spirit of power of Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, us that have the inside scoop, we understand that as it is written in Revelation 12:12, okay, which as a matter of fact, let me open up with that so I don't butcher it. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Right? Who are they that dwell in the heavens? Right here in this scripture, okay, and the spirit is speaking of the elect. Okay, yes, we're physically on the earth, but we're in heavenly places with Yahweh Shai, as the scripture says. Like it says, what's that, Ephesians, right? So we like it says in Psalms 91, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shall thou, behold the reward of the wicked. Roughly paraphrasing, right? So, reading on, it says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. And that's talking about the rest of the people on the earth that's not in the truth. Okay? Why? It says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay? So, this devil, Esau, Edom, who he is the devil, he's going to come down with great wrath. The so-called white man started with his elites. Okay? And one way is going to be through these different government agencies. The CIA, FBI, right? DHS. They're as the scriptures say, which another name for this devil is what the accuser of our brethren. As a matter of fact, let me jump up, because I wasn't even thinking about that, but it just came back into my mind, right? Same chapter, Revelation 12, and this is how we know this is talking about Esau, Edom, the devil, right? Revelation 12:9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan. Right, so it's not talking about the actual spiritual demon Satan. It's talking about Esau, because he's spiritually called the devil and Satan. He's the old serpent, going back to Genesis, right? Nachash, it was the Hebrew word for serpent, which basically means an enchanter, a sorcerer. Okay? And that's what Esau is. He's a wizard, and he uses witchcraft to conquer and control and manipulate, deceive, right? Which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Okay? And this is getting ready to come to pass right now, because this man's kingdom is going down, and he knows it, right? And also, this is the key verse right here, verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Hamashiach, right, his anointed. For the accuser, right, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. So another name for this devil, another nickname or clue, another title the Lord gave for this man is the accuser of the brethren, the accuser of our brethren. Now, when you actually go into this word accuser, it goes right into the article. The article that we're getting ready to, skim through. It proves the point of why the Lord called him the accuser. Okay, let's get this word accuser. Alright, the word accuser in the Greek, kategoreo, right, says what? To accuse before a judge, to make an accusation, right, of an extrajudicial accusation. And the word is kategoreo, which is where you get the word category, or to categorize, right? To accuse before a judge. Right, now let's go back to this article. It says the U.S. Department of Homeland Security continues to team up with universities around the country, this time in a bid to stomp out the Manosphere. You see that? So we've established that this devil is running out of power, right? Through the scriptures, we show you this man is running out of power. He's losing his authority. He's losing his kingdom. And one of the ways he's going to try to maintain his power and authority is to categorize people. Okay? Not only any people, but the brethren, meaning those of us that have this truth, that have this knowledge, right? But we see that he doesn't just have his eyes set on the prophets, the men of the Lord. He's, as we read in the verse 12, Revelation 12:12, he's going to come down with great wrath on everybody. You see that? So here this devil, we're going to skim through this article, and we're going to see this man wants to demonize men for sticking up for men's rights. For you just wanting to be a man and want to be manly, want to be masculine, not wanting to be a feminist. He want to label you a terrorist for that. You see that? You see the lengths this man is willing to go? So the point of this lesson is we need to make our foreheads hard against theirs, as the scriptures say, which Lord willing we're going to get. We shouldn't be ashamed of this truth, We shouldn't, the only way to win is to not play the game. We can't allow this man to shame us, make us feel bad, and not just this man, but these women, so-called, these feminist, man-haters type women, because that same spirit, and forgive the wind, it's real windy outside where I'm at. They want to, that spirit is of Satan. That's the same spirit that Eve was in, that the serpent put on Eve, showing you that this man is the serpent. Feminism started in the garden, when the serpent came to Eve and basically, influenced her to buck up against her husband. This is nothing new under the sun. It's the reason why you can open up Revelation and you're reading about the serpent who was mentioned in Genesis, in the first book, right? Because there's no new thing under the sun, right? It says, in keeping with the formal purpose and task of the DHS, the idea is to treat the Manosphere position as an anti-feminist effort as a terrorist threat. You see that? Now, when you get into the Manosphere, you know, there's these different YouTubers and social media influencer guys that, you know, really they just talk about men stuff. That's all. You know, free thinking men, masculine stuff. You know, men that don't want to be effeminized. You know, it ain't nothing deep. Those guys ain't deep. A lot of those guys, you know, be ear hustling the Israelites and taking, you know, bits and pieces here and there. But ain't nothing deep about those guys. They not, you know, it's just a lot of barbershop talk. It's just saying a lot of things that men always wanted to say, was just afraid to, and didn't really have the space, a safe space to speak freely. You know? And they want to label guys as terrorists for that. So showing you that there is no safe place for a free thinking heterosexual man in Esau's New World Order agenda, especially if you're an Israelite man, you know, by ethnicity. If you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Esau wants to completely book break you. He wants you to be totally feminized, right? And if not, he's going to label you a terrorist, right? Which we've, starting with our apostles and elders, you know, been talking about the red list, yellow list, blue list. Red being, summary execution. That'll be your men like, you know, us that have this truth that's been preaching and teaching that are really a threat to this man's system. Then you got the yellow list, which are, you know, men that can be re-educated, right? People that they may have come across what they may call radical ideologies and whatnot, teachings against the government and against the status quo, but you can be re-educated. You can be brought back to the light, so to speak, which is really darkness, right? And then you have the blue list, which is people, you know, just totally blue pill people, just listening to whatever the government say, you know, happy wife, happy life, vegan suckers, okay? And that's what we see what's going on, right? It says, regardless of somebody's stance pro or against modern variations of feminism, some observers are wondering if opposing this social and ideological phenomenon can in fact fit within any definition of terrorism. And how do you have to wonder that? Come on. If you have to wonder that just show you're bugged the hell out. How is somebody a terrorist because they don't agree with wokeism or feminism? But that's where we are in 2024. You know? I ain't gonna read that. It says, those who feel oppressed here, the Manosphere consists of figures from social media and political discourse, generally speaking, arguing in favor of men's rights. Right, that's it. It ain't nothing deep. But that just goes to show you where this man wants the average man. He doesn't want, because this shows you that Esau's coming with force. This shows you that in the future, Esau has plans to come down physically and put people to death. That if he wants you that weak, why does he want people, or men in general, men specifically, to be that weak, to be that mindless and spineless? Obviously he has plans on coming to roll, and he don't want no strong men, free thinking men to buck up against them. He wants to take the path of least resistance when he comes down with that great wrath. So this is a main clue that this man is he has some real diabolical plans, right? And this also goes to show you that America's done. How the hell are you gonna have a strong army to defend against all these different nations that want to blow America the hell in back, if you're talking about deeming your own citizens as terrorists just for fighting against feminism and having their own opinion as men? Okay. So and that goes with, needless to say, if they feel like this about the Manosphere, if they feel like this about just regular free thinking men, how much more the prophets, how much more the Israelites with the 100% truth? What do he has planned for us? So to hell with this man, to hell with this system. We ain't got nothing to be shy about. This should embolden us to preach the gospel, without fear, because this man gonna come down regardless. If he gonna come down on them, what you think he gonna do to us? So the only way to win the game is to not play. Of course, we're gonna speak with wisdom and be circumspect and speak with salt, but it's, we see what this man is doing. So we can't be scared to preach the truth, because even if you try to play with this man and try to play along with his system, he still wants to destroy you. You got a lot of men out there that call themselves male feminists and whatnot. They still want to. Feminists still hate niggas like that. You got this blue-haired nigga Destiny. If you brothers know about him, this Edomite, weird ass sodomite Edomite, but he had a wife, right? And he's a male feminist. And if you watch these different Manosphere guys, he likes to debate them because he's like a simp. And his wife divorced him, cheated on him and divorced him, which they had an open marriage. But even with their open marriage, she was doing shit, sneaky and shit, and divorced him. So showing you these people don't even have no respect for the men that claim to be allied with them. So the hell with this world, to hell with these people, man. We have to preach Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai in boldness. Okay? This is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 7. I get to the point. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Right. You got a lot of our men. They don't want to get with this truth because they're simps. They may not like the way we talk against, the wickedness of these women. Right? You got a lot of our men. They're sympathizers with feminism. They're sympathizers of Keisha and the wickedness of these women, is particular to black women. and they envy, not only envy, but they just hate the manly spirit that we come in, because we're the most manly men on the earth. Because like King Solomon said, all right, fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So we're the most manly men, right? Because we have the spirit of the Most High, the Father, who is the ultimate man, right? Masculine entity, right? And that's a spirit that we have on us, and they hate that. They hate that energy, right? So a lot of our men, they come against us for that, because they've been raised by a black woman. They were raised by their mama, right? So that's why a lot of our men don't want to, they reject the truth. This is one of the reasons, But what the Lord said, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. Right? A lot of our men think they're going to get some type of brownie points. A lot of men, they be simps and shit, thinking that they're going to get pussy out of that, and don't get no pussy. Excuse my French, just being honest. That's what a lot of men, are so-called male feminists, thinking that they're going to get women from that. Right? And truth be told, women hate those kind of dudes the most. Because they fake. Really, they. But what the Lord said, how we supposed to be. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. So we're not supposed to give a damn what these people think. We're not supposed to let these people knock us off our square and our belief. Especially over something as simple as male and female dynamics. The scriptures give a clear order of the man and the woman. How the man is over the woman in everything, man. Right? So if you want to be, if you want to deem us terrorists for that, well, so be it. That just goes to show you that we almost out of this world, because a society like that cannot stand at all. That's you're on the tail end or toes of a society when shit like this, conversations like this, become an actual conversation to be had, and to the point where the government is actively demonizing men just for being men. Okay? As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Right? Flint is a very strong, hard rock. The Lord said He made our minds rock hard. So we can't. That's why we can't be on the yellow list or the blue list, because Esau can't re-educate us. He know he can't. So his plan is to just execute us. And that's when the Lord gonna raise up a standard. But for the people He can try to re-educate, He gonna try to. Right? Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Right? Because when you go out on the streets and teaching, especially these women, they try to look at you they try to give you the evil eye, they try to give you that evil look, which really is witchcraft. That's the same spirit that your grandma and auntie try to look at you with when when they just really want to try to emasculate you. Right? That's big in the black household, in the Latino household. Women just trying to emasculate the boys while they're young. because they got a lot of energy and vigor, and they just try to snuff it out of you. You know, women try to looking at you with that "how dare you" look. Well, the Lord said, don't be afraid of that shit, man. Okay? You say something, and they like, what did you say? Yeah, I said it. Alright? That's the type of spirit that we coming in. Unapologetic spirit. Okay? Which is the spirit of the Lord. Okay? Though they be a rebellious house. So, you know, that's pretty much it, man. And this is the beginning of 2024, so we see the demonization coming. We see it coming from a mile away. All right, and as Esau comes closer and closer, he's just going to have to expose himself even more, which is going to allow us to see him even more clearly. So we always going to be steps ahead of this devil, no matter what. All right. So that's pretty much it, man. Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, glory into Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Hakodash, and to the next one, Shalom.